At Sierra, you'll always find apparel, footwear, and gear for 20 to 60% less than department and specialty store prices. But right now, it's clearance time, so you can save even more on everything you need to get active and outside. Visit your local Sierra store today.
Brace the rudders! Raise the sails! Raise the sails!
Captain, an unidentified ship is approaching. Over.
Roger. Wait, is that an enterprise sales solution?
Reach sales professionals, not professional sailors. With LinkedIn ads, you can target the right people by industry, job title, and more. We'll even give you a $100 credit on your next campaign. Get started today at linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply.
This is Optimal Health Daily. 3 important ways to know if a supplement you are taking is safe or effective, by Ben Greenfield of bengreenfieldlife.com. And I'm Dr. Neil, your host and narrator. Welcome back to Optimal Health Daily, or OHD, where I act as your narrator of popular health and fitness blogs, and always with a bit of my commentary at the end. But with that, let's get right to it and start optimizing your life. 3 important ways to know if a supplement you are taking is safe or effective, by Ben Greenfield of bengreenfieldlife.com. I was tempted to title this post, The Art of Not Making Expensive Urine. After all, you can easily spend lots and lots of your hard-earned money on nutrition supplements and wind up peeing most of it away, or worse yet, inflicting permanent damage on your body, brain, and gut. But I'll be the first to admit that there's a problem with me answering the question of whether or not a supplement is safe or effective. And it is a bias problem I've been called out on before. This is because I am personally affiliated with a nutrition supplements company, and in my triathlon endeavors, I am also sponsored by many other sports nutrition companies. This doesn't mean I give out bad or harmful advice, but it does of course mean that I have a bias towards specific supplements that I have personally researched and found to work very well and be safe for myself and my clients. So I decided to turn to some unbiased experts to advise you on how to know if you're wasting your money or damaging your health with a supplement. Sol and Kurtis are the well-educated guys I turn to. I ask them 3 important questions about how to know if a supplement you are taking is safe or effective. And here are their answers. Question: what are the dangers of taking an unknown supplement? Answer: perhaps you have found a supplement being marketed as the next big thing that you've never heard of before, or you went to the corner of the store that you rarely frequent and come across a variety of compounds that sound part herbal and part chemical. Regardless of what the labeling and marketing explain about the supplement, is it considered a good idea to take something that you've never heard of before? I mean, it is being sold over the counter. Would they put something dangerous in such an accessible place? As a general statement, you should attempt to educate yourself on anything that you decide to supplement with. This is because safety is not assured with over-the-counter products, since sometimes there just isn't enough research to fully conclude that it is safe. Producers are just hoping the lack of toxicity seen so far persists. Also, some supplements that can be perfectly safe to take under normal conditions are completely contraindicated or advised against when taking other supplements or pharmaceuticals. These adverse interactions don't inherently mean that either thing interacting is bad, but you could get hurt if you're not aware of the possible adverse interaction. Here's an easy example: 5-HTP. Recommended by Dr. Oz, it can cause problems among those taking antidepressants or antipsychotic medications. Question: wouldn't a supplement be safe if it is allowed to be sold to people? Answer: not really. While a company tends to look out for the safety and well-being of their consumers, since killing off your consumers harms your reputation and your income, the regulatory measures in place to prevent harmful supplements from reaching the market are quite poor. This means that while the supplement you are purchasing was made by people who likely don't want to harm you, there is no third party confirming the lack of harm. In a sense, their safety is a bit unreliable. This is why you hear of some instances where there's heavy metal contamination in supplements. A supplement may or may not possess illegal amphetamines in it, or poor processing practices causing harmful contamination in the final product. And in many cases, where a product was underdosing what was said on the label, or even some products not containing any of the actual supplement they're claiming. Question: how can I know if a supplement is safe or not? Answer: all you can really do is to research the supplement as best as possible. Consult those you know who may understand the topic better than you, and with a mixture of your own research and guidance from trusted persons, you then make your decision. While it would be inadvisable to just blindly disregard studies that are funded by supplement companies, they should be looked at with a bit more skepticism than normal. And label claims can be ignored since they tend to take the most promising sounding number and brag about that. In the supplement realm, percentages can be very misleading. You just listened to the post titled 3 Important Ways to Know If a Supplement You Are Taking is Safe or Effective by Ben Greenfield of bengreenfieldlife.com, and I'll be right back with my commentary. Between my busy schedule and trying to keep up with summer plans, finding time for healthy meal prep can feel like a constant battle. Factor can help with tasty, chef-prepped meals that are dietitian approved and delivered right to your door. They make it easy to support your wellness goals with a variety of over 65 weekly meals. Plus, you can get premium seafood choices like salmon and shrimp without any extra cost. They've also introduced new Mediterranean diet options, which are packed with protein and healthy fats, alongside bold, new Asian-inspired meals with flavors from China, Thailand, and more. If I wasn't already meal prepping weekly myself, it's what I'd use. Eat smart at factormeals.com/OHD50off and use code OHD50off to get 50% off your first box, plus free breakfast for 1 year. That's code OHD50off at factormeals.com for 50% off your first box, plus free breakfast for 1 year. Get delicious, ready-to-eat meals delivered with Factor. Offer only valid for new Factor customers with code and qualifying auto-renewing subscription purchase. You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. When it comes to hiring, Indeed is all you need. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. Indeed Sponsored Jobs helps you stand out and hire fast. With Indeed Sponsored Jobs, there are no monthly subscriptions, no long-term contracts, and you only pay for results. One thing I love about Indeed is how it speeds up hiring. When I've hired in the past, the process was overwhelming, and I wish I'd used Indeed. There's no need to wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/health. Just go to Indeed.com/health right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Indeed.com/health. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need. Dr. Neal here for my commentary. I completely agree with the advice that was shared in today's article. It's unfortunate, but it's true. Just because a supplement is made available doesn't mean it's safe. As Ben Greenfield described in today's post, there are a few reasons why this is, so I'm not going to repeat them here. But let's go back to finding a safe supplement. The good news is there are a few ways to do this, and they all come down to seeing whether the supplement has been tested for safety and purity by an independent third party. So instead of just relying on the supplement manufacturer's word for it and assuming that a product is safe, we can look to see if the product was tested by a company that has no financial interest in the product or supplement manufacturer. That's what we mean when we say independent third party. Now, there are a few quick ways to do this. You can go to labdoor.com and do a quick search to see if the supplement has been tested by them. Labdoor.com, by the way, is free to use. If you're willing to pay for a subscription, you can use consumerlab.com and do a search there. Or when buying the actual supplement, look at the product's packaging. On the supplement bottle itself, you should look for one or both of these symbols, NSF or USP. If one or both of these symbols are on the product's packaging, then it means it has been tested for quality and purity. So luckily, yes, there are ways to make sure the supplement we plan on taking is safe. And of course, before you actually take the supplement, go ahead and let your healthcare provider know that you plan on taking it, just so they can double check and make sure that there won't be any harmful interactions with any other medications you're taking. All right, that'll do it for today. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And of course, I'll see you back here tomorrow for more OHD and where your optimal life awaits.